Hello, good evening. Hello, here is TAMBURI MONDAY Frame Drum channel. Welcome to Freiburg TAMBURI MONDAY TAMBURI Monday. The last time tonight from Freiburg. Here it's 8 o'clock in the evening. And yes, so this will be the last Monday before we start with the Frame Drum Festival. And so we have a nice program for you again with some special guests. And as always, you can join us in our channel and you can share your questions and your ideas with us. And hopefully you will enjoy our channel. So first of all, I wanted to introduce you a small piece. Last time today, so we already worked on the composition Filet de Défilé, you remember maybe. If not, you have the chance to watch the whole composition on our YouTube channel. So just go on our YouTube channel and you can watch the last editions of TAMBURI Monday. Today I wanted to show you one composition with different techniques, with different sounds, with syllable language, so that can be a kind of exercise, but also you can use it, yes, as a piece. Okay, here we go. So I will explain you some technical material. So first of all, we have the snappings here. And as I told you, I use some specific syllables for the specific sounds. So it's up to you if you already have other specific syllables. Of course, you can use your own syllables. So for the snaps, I use the syllables ti and ki. So two snaps are ti, ki, right? Ti-ki, ti-ki, ti-ki. So right and left, so with the fourth finger. And so we continue with the next combination is, so it's a kind of roll. Brak, brak. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here is the accent. Brak, brak, tiki, brak. This is tiki, tiki, brak. Tiki, brak, tiki, brak. Okay, so tiki, brak. And then we continue with doom. Tiki brak dume. Tiki brak dume. Tiki brak dume. Doom is the bass sound, right? And me is the ghost note with the left hand here. So for the me, you can, it depends if you want a high sound ghost note, you go more on the rim. Or you can do it here, right? Tiki brak dume, dume, tiki brak dume pa. So pa is the muffled sound here. Tiki brak dume pa, and tiki brak dume pa, and tiki brak dume pa, and tiki brak. And we continue. Tiki brak dume pa dume. So we have another dume. Tiki brak dume pa dume. Right, so tiki brak dume pa dume. Then we have this brushing se, si, right? Se, I go down, se, and si is up. tiki brak, dumme pa, dumme se. Dumme pa, dumme se. Tiki brak, dumme pa, dumme se, si se. And tiki brak, dumme pa, dumme se, si se. And tiki brak, dumme pa, dumme se, si se. And tiki brak, dumme pa, dumme se, si se. Tiki brak, dumme pa, dumme se, si se. Right, so tiki brak, dumme pa, dumme se, si se. Oh. So this is a syllable or a sound for a gap, for a pause. Tiki brak, dumme pa, dumme se, si se. Oh. And tiki brak, dumme pa, dumme se, si se. Oh. Okay. Then we continue with a split hand combination. It's called terikita. So this is terikita, right? Terikita, 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 terikita. And I use it normally in the center of the drum. So here I have the most dry sound here. Here you can hear the difference. Right? Terikita, terikita. Tiki brak, dumme pa, dumme se, si se. Ah, terikita. And tiki brak, dumme pa, dumme se, si se. Ah, terikita. Tiki brak, dumme pa, dumme se, si se. Ah, terikita, terikita, dum. Now we double the terikitas, right? So here we have 2 times split hand, terikita, terikita, dum, and terikita, terikita, dum, terikita, terikita, dum, and terikita, terikita, dum, terikita, terikita, dum, and terikita, terikita, dum, and terikita, terikita, dum, terikita, terikita, dum. Right? So tiki brak, dumme pa, dumme se, si se. Ah, terikita, terikita, dum, tiki brak, dumme pa, dumme se, si se. Ah, terikita, terikita, dum, and tiki brak, dumme pa, dumme se, si se. Ah, terikita, terikita, dum, and tiki brak, dumme pa, dumme se, si se. Ah, terikita, terikita, dum, tiki brak, dumme pa, dumme se, si se. Ah, terikita, terikita, dum. Yeah, so we have tiki brak, dumme pa, dumme se, si se. Ah, terikita, terikita, dum. Now we have 4, 8, 12, 13, right? And now we continue. Nakadari kitataka. So this is a snap roll, kind of snap roll or snap combination. You can say it depends on the speed, of course. So 1, 2, 3, 4, nakadari, right? Nakadari, 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 nakadari. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nakadari, 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 nakadari. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nakadari, kitetaka. And then we continue. Kitetaka, kitetaka, kitetaka. Right, 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 left. So in total we have 8. Nakadari, kitetaka, nakadari, kitetaka, nakadari, kitetaka, nakadari, kitetaka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Of course, this takes quite long. You have to practice a lot, but I think maybe some of you already can play these snapping combinations. So this is a combination in 8. Nakadari kitetaka. So tiki brak, dumme pa, dumme se, si se. Ah, terikita, terikita, dum, nakadari kitetaka. And tiki brak, dumme pa, dumme se, si se. terikita dum, nakatarikita taka. Tiki brak, dumme pa, dumme se, si se. Terikita dum, nakatarikita taka dum. So we add one more dum, right? Okay, tiki brak, dumme pa, dumme se, si se. Terikita dum, nakatarikita taka dum. And tiki brak, dumme pa, dumme se, si se. Terikita dum, nakatarikita taka dum. And tiki brak, dumme pa, dumme se, si se. Terikita dum, nakatarikita taka dum. And tiki brak, dumme pa, dumme se, si se. Terikita dum, nakatarikita taka dum. Here we go. So now we have not reached the end yet. So we continue. Now we continue with the sound. Right. This sound with the finger, produced with the finger here. So your finger should be a little bit wet, right? And for the so you should not press a lot on the skin, right? If you press a lot, this happens. Nothing comes out. So it's just slide a little bit on the surface. Right, and for the stabilization, I use my thumb. You can see here. So I use the middle finger, and here I have my thumb, right? Can you see it? Okay, and here. As I said, don't press too much, but you have to press just a little bit. If you press too less, this happens. Right. So this is when I lose the control of my fingers. So the finger starts to move like this, and then we have this. Okay, so this is the sound I call the sound zoom. Zoom. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Right. So zoom. So we finish with the ghost note here, or you can even make a little stronger ghost note, little accent. Zoom. So then, if we speak the whole phrase, tiki brak dumme pa dumme se si se. Terikita dum, nakatarikita takadum, zume. So this is the ending. Okay, here we go again. First we can speak everything, then we can start playing. Tiki brak dumme pa dumme se si se. Terikita dum, nakatarikita takadum, zume. And tiki brak dumme pa dumme se si se. Terikita dum, nakatarikita takadum, and zume. And tiki brak dumme pa dumme se si se. Terikita dum, nakatarikita takadum, zume. And tiki brak dumme pa dumme se si se. Terikita dum, nakatarikita takadum, zume. Yeah, by the way, I forget to say, I think for the brak, you can brak, tiki brak, or you can do brak. You can take another roll. accent can be here. Brak, tiki, brak, tiki, brak, tiki, brak, tiki, brak, tiki, brak, tiki, brak, tiki. So this is a split finger combination, right? And if you want a little bit darker brak, you can make it here. And you can make the accent even with a deeper sound. So here you can even go to the split hand combination. Or you can make this 8 roll stroke. You remember this is the combination of nakadari kitataka. Right, left, 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 right, 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 left. And here is the accent. In general, you can use any roll, any kind of technique that you already have in your fingers, right? So, tiki brak, dume pa, dume se, si se, terikita, terikita, dum, nakatarikita, takadum, and zoom, tiki brak, pa, dume se, si se, terikita, terikita, dum, nakatarikita, takadum, zoom, tiki brak, dume pa, dume se, si se, nakatarikita, takadum, and zoom, tiki brak, dume pa, dume se, si se, nakatarikita, takadum, zoom, dume pa, dume se, si se, terikita, terikita, dum, nakatarikita, takadum, and zoom. Okay, here we go. Now we can try a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tiki brak, dume pa, dume se, si se, sorry, terikita. Okay. Tiki brak, dume pa, dume se, si se, terikita, terikita, dum, nakatarikita, takadum, zume. Tiki brak, dume pa, dume se, si se, terikita, terikita, dum, nakatarikita, takadum, zume. And tiki brak, dume pa, dume se, si se, terikita, terikita, dum, nakatarikita, takadum, zume. Tiki brak, dume pa, dume se, si se, terikita, terikita, dum, nakatarikita, takadum, zume. Tiki brak, dume pa, dume se, si se, terikita, terikita, dum, nakatarikita, takadum. Tiki brak, dume pa, dume se, si se, nakatarikita, takadum. Tiki brak, dume pa, dume se, si se, nakatarikita, takadum. Tiki brak, dume pa, dume se, si se, terikita, terikita, dum, nakatarikita, takadum. Tiki brak, dume pa, dume se, si se, terikita, terikita, dum, nakatarikita, takadum. Tiki brak, dume pa, dume se, si se, tiki brak, dume pa, dume se, si se, nakatarikita, takadum. Tiki brak, dume pa, dume se, si se, terikita, terikita, dum, nakatarikita, takadum. Tiki brak, dume pa, dume se, si se, terikita, terikita, dum, nakatarikita, takadum. Dume pa, dume se, si se, terikita, terikita, dum, nakatarikita, takadum. Yeah, so you can use your own speed, your own tempo. And for example, if you have technical problems in, for example, the snapping combinations, if you say you cannot do all the 8 strokes, you can do half time, nakadari kita taka, nakadari kita taka, nakadari kita taka dum, nakadari nakatarikita takadum, right? So you can use only 4 strokes. And so maybe this is the first step to practice the snaps. And the same also with the split hand, tirikita dum. You can make tirikita dum instead of tirikita dum, right? So that would be tirikita dum. Yeah, so that is also an option for you if you are not fast enough, if you just maybe started with a split hand or with the snappings. Right, so if you have any questions, you can write me in the YouTube chat. Right, here's Uli sitting with me and the Ashar, and so we are together, and we can just communicate if you have any questions. I think everything is clear. Right, so I will do one more time. Slower tempo. 1, 2. Tiki. No, it's still fast, I think. Tiki brak. Pa. Dumme se. Si. Se. Tirikita dom. Nakatarikita takadum. Zume. Tiki brak. Dumme pa, dumme se, si, se, tirikita tom, nakatarikita takadum, zume, tiki, brak, dumme pa, dumme se, si, se, tirikita tom, nakatarikita takadum, zume, tiki, brak, dumme pa, dumme se, si, se, tirikita tom, nakatarikita takadum, tiki brak, dumme pa, dumme se, si, se, tirikita dum, nakatarikita takadum, tiki brak, dumme pa, dumme se. Okay, thank you. So that was the last time today with our composition, last time in our Tamburi Monday channel, and we will continue our program with Salim Bel Titan. But before we continue, I will just explain a little bit about the next editions, the next plans of Tamburi Mundi. So as you know, we are an association located in Freiburg in Germany, southwest of Germany, close to Switzerland and to France. And so we are an international association collaborating with many musicians from different countries. And as you know, we have one big event in the year. So this is the festival, the Tamburi Mundi Frame Drum Festival, that is, I think this year the 16th edition. So this is, as I said, the biggest work we are doing every year. But beside this, we have also many activities like our frame drum channel, Tamburi Monday, and also other talks that we have in between the years. We have in between activities, workshops with different frame drummers, special workshops that are not connected directly to the festival. Also, we have concerts here in Freiburg, and that is not in the period of the festival. So we have many different activities. So, and if you want, of course, you can join us. You can be a member. You have a possibility to have a membership here and to support us, also to support our work, to support the work of the musicians also that are working with us to support the frame drum world. And and I will talk a little bit later more about the program that we will present in summer in the Tamburi Mundi Festival, 10 days. We have a huge program. And also we have a small quiz, right? So don't miss the quiz. And yes, but now we can have a small introduction to the work of Salim. Salut Salim, bonsoir, bienvenue. Bienvenue mon ami, ça va? Ahlan wa sahlan.
اهلا بك اهلا بك.
كيف حال؟
الحمد لله الحمد لله. وش احوالكم؟ I hope you're right. So good evening.
Good evening. Yes, nice to see you again. I'm happy.
Anything new?
Yes, we are not very far away from each other, right?
Pretty close. I think tonight we will have the same weather.
So I'm not sure if the weather from here comes to you or the weather from you already reached us.
Yeah, me too. I don't have this answer. I don't have this answer, but I think we will have the same weather. So again, happy to be there for the part two. I think yes. So
Great.
today we'll focus on two. I will try to introduce people on two instruments. First one will be the lead, but this one is an Algerian bendir, so more focused on North African bendir, and also on a different instrument, very iconic in Algeria. We call this instrument a galal. So excuse me, it seems to be a darbuka, but it's not. It's a darbuka with a snare behind. It's very, very, very used, very popular. The tuning is very down, and we'll try to introduce people to this very, very special instrument we have.
Thank you, Salim. So, after your presentation, your work, we will have a talk also about your actual work and learn a little bit about you. But now, applause and welcome.
Thank you. So just before I start, so again, my name is Salim Beltitan. If you don't know me, you can check my profile on Facebook, on Instagram, or even on my website, salimbeltitan.com. So today I'm very happy to introduce you to the bendir, but the North African version. This one is an Algerian bendir, and especially from East Algeria, because the bendir, the way they are made, can change according to the place you are, the region you are. Because as you know, Algeria is a very massive country, so it's a very big country. We have very, very different kinds of people, even different languages, so different music, and of course, different rhythms. So our music is divided in two parts. The first one is classical intellectual music, and the second part is folk pop music. So today I will focus on folk pop music because this is the second part of this rhythm training that I am happy to present to you today on TAMBURI Mundi channel for the TAMBURI Monday. So just some very short informations about the North African bendir. So the frame is made of wood, nothing special, as you know, of course. Natural skin, but the specific aspect of the bendir, of this bendir and the Algerian bendir and also the Moroccan bendir, is that there is snare behind the skin. Literally, we try to stretch 2, 3, even 1 sometimes strings behind the skins, which brings this very typical sounds that we need really in our music, in folk pop music in Morocco, Algeria, even in Tunisia, and even in Libya. So this is very, really, really important, this sound. It brings this typical buzz sound. Let me show you how does it sound. So now I would like to introduce you to the basic strokes that we are using, and also to give some words about the position we use. Today I will focus only on one position, even if we use different kinds of positions according to the music you are going to play. And also I have to tell you that today I will stay in a traditional approach, not in a modern approach. I think it's also important to tell you that. So today I will speak traditional. So the strokes, we have many. The first stroke is a slap so to play the slap, you just have to put your hand in the middle of the skin. It's a muted sound. So let me show you that. So today I am using a quite large bendir. So the first stroke is the slap. Second stroke by opposition is a tone, an open tone. So again the slap and the tone. Slap, tone. So again the slap is closed and the tone is open. Traditionally, we don't use, especially in folk and dance music, we don't use syllables to sing rhythms. So, so if you have to, me, the way I sing rhythm, I'm really using a very personal approach of singing the rhythms. There is nothing really traditional in that. So again, slap. So you mute the sound really. The tone, and you have two options. Excuse me. If you want to play the tone, you can play it with this part of your hand. So you have a lot of bass when you play it this way. Or you can use your thumb if you want something soft. Okay, so we have the slap, we have the open tone, and the tone with the thumb. So we have slap, tone, thumb. So now I have to give you some information about the position. Just here, I hope that you can see there is a hole, and this hole allows me to catch the instruments. And I think this is the most difficult part. One of the most difficult part is to be able to catch and to stand with the instruments. For in this case, I'm a right-hand player, so I have to catch the instruments with my left, with my weak hand. So it's more difficult. So the difficult thing is to really try to get the balance of the instrument And when you will really get the balance of the instruments, it will be a real first step to go forward after. So I think the first thing is to be able to catch the instrument. So you just have to put your thumb inside of the hole, just here. Okay. And to try to get the balance of the instrument. You can make some movement like that. Just feel the weight also. I think the weight of the instrument is important. The way you are going to feel the weight. This one is quite heavy, but after, if you want, you can find something that fits more to you. Me, I love when this kind of bandil is heavy. So you can again try to make some movement like that to feel the instrument, to feel the way you are going to get the balance, to feel the weight of the instrument, and also to feel the shape of the frame of the instrument. Okay, so I think really the balance and the way you are going to catch and to stand with the bandil is very important, because sometimes you have to play a long period of music. So it's really important also to find the correct bandil and to most of everything to really get the balance of the instrument. So today I want to introduce you to a famous instrument, a famous rhythm, excuse me, called Qabaili. So this rhythm I'm going to speak about now is called Qabaili. Qabaili. The Qabaili rhythm, excuse me. So it's with a Qa. It's not with a K, because in Arabic we have two kind of K. We have the K, like you have in Coca-Cola, for example. Sorry for the example. And you have the Qaf. Okay, so in this case, we use the Qaf letter to spell the Qabaili rhythm. So Qabaili rhythm is a rhythm coming from the center of Algeria, north center of Algeria, in cities like Tizi Ouzou, like Béjaïa, and also in the mountains. So this rhythm, in his pattern, is not complicated. It's a 2/4 rhythm, so it's a binary rhythm. But I think so 2/4. I will play some cycles to, because I think you really need to hear this instrument, this rhythm, excuse me. So it's easy to understand, but it's more difficult to play, because it's related to groove, to keep the tempo, to keep the rhythm, to always go forward the way when you play. So you have a responsibility when you play this rhythm, because you are in charge of the music, and especially you are going to make people dance. So be careful with that. You really have responsibility as a bandil player in this musical context. So Qabaili rhythm, I will try to introduce this rhythm in two approaches of playing this rhythm. So the first one will be, let's say, more powerful. Okay, so I'm just going to play some cycles at the most common tempo speed, because I think you really need to hear this rhythm. So I'm going to play a couple of nice cycles. So I hope you will appreciate that. So, as I told you before, today I am using a quite large bandil with a lot of bass, because again the tuning is also something very important. You really have to pay attention on the tuning. Traditionally, we don't use keys tune the instruments. We use water if the pitch is too high, and we use fire traditionally if we want to tune the bendir. So traditionally you have two solutions: water or fire to tune the instruments. Today it's very nice. As told you, Murat, just before, we are very close, Murat and me, and I think that today we really have the same weather. Today it's very wet, so it's really perfect for the tuning of these instruments, because to play the Kabaili rhythm, excuse me, it's really the perfect tuning. So I started to the rhythm by a very, very famous composition break that is used. It's very famous in Algeria, this break. But before I introduce you to this break, it's a kind of intro before you go really deep in the rhythm. I would like to, of course, first to introduce you to the rhythm. So when you play this rhythm, you really have to think how to imagine the gallop of a horse, really a horse. Because listen to the rhythm. If I really play it in a really basic way, but basic in a very, it's not a pejorative word. So in a very basic way, you will maybe hear the gallop of a horse. Is so that's why I told you just before that you really have to imagine the gallop of a horse to play this rhythm correctly. And to play it correctly all the time, cycle after cycle, really. So it's also, I think, a part of the difficulty of this rhythm. So now if we go more deeply in technical strokes, before I introduce to some nice variations. So to play these rhythms, I use mainly, let's say, 3 strokes. The first one is a slap, the second is a tone, and the third is a kind of ghost note here. So the slap and the tone, I play them, and you have to play them with this hand. Again, I'm a right hand player, so if you are a left player, you just have to think in the opposite way. So we use a slap, but in this case, we don't reach the slap in the middle of the skin, as I told you just in the beginning when I was introducing to the instruments. I told you before, and I tell you again, that we have a slap in the middle of the skin, but we have also a slap more close to the edge of the drum, more or less in this place. So it's a slap, and again, it's a muted sound. So the tone and the slap are more or less in the same position. I mean here, everything is happening here. You don't have to move your hand inside, outside. Not in this rhythm. In some other rhythms you have to do it, but in this case, you have to stay, your right hand or left have to stay here. Especially when you have to play fast. If you have to move your hand too much inside and outside, you will get tired very quickly. So that's why I tell you that everything is more or less happening here with your right hand. So you have to play a slap and you have to play a tone. So now I have to give you a small advice. You have to work on this movement. So I'm just going to turn a little bit around. So you have to use your thumb, not this time, not the thumb which is holding instruments, but this one on your with your right hand. You have to work on this movement to make a roll, let's say, or with your thumb to get this movement. Okay, so I'm going to play some slaps and then I'm going to play some bass. So again, so you are, let's imagine that you have the balance with your left. It's okay. You reach the bendir correctly. You are okay with him. You are not paralyzed when you play the bendir. It's also it's a prolongation of your arm. It's a part of you. So again, you are using your thumb. You are trying to make this movement to reach the skin. In both strokes, slap or thumb. So with the slap, you have to do it like that. So it's a muted sound again. Huh? So you are using the thumb. You are not doing this, for example. No, it's not correct. You really have to use your thumb. So to play the tone, the bass, it's more or less the same thing. You are also using your thumb, trying to make this roll, this movement. And it helps you also to hold the bendir, of course. So some slaps now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So again. So again, it's okay. So now, same thing, some strokes, but not now with the slap, with the tone. So again, it's open, it's an open sound. So you get it here also. Again, everything is happening here. You don't have to move your hand too much. Otherwise, you will get tired and or you will lose energy. Or you will not be able to keep the speed or the tempo, which is the first thing you have to do when you play bendir here in the Qabaili rhythm. So 2/4 rhythm. So the tone. You have to focus on the sound to try to really have the same sound, the same bass, or the same slap each time. You have to be to really try to have a very good, very nice sound, very clear strokes. It will bring more musicality to the rhythm. Of course, if the strokes are nice, the rhythms will be nicer. Of course, excuse me. So. The first main stroke is the slap, the second is the bass, and the last one is ghost. So what is difficult here is that you have to hold the bendir with your thumb and the palm of your left hand, but you have also to play some ghost notes between the slap and the bass. So now let's try to practice slowly. So it's So the main movement, excuse me, is that is tone, ghost, slap, or if you prefer, right, left, right. So right, left, right, or tone, ghost, slap. Again, I'm still using the movement of the thumb of my right hand. So together, 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 et. Together, tum ta, together, tum ta, together, tum ta, together, tum ta. So the most common use tempo, the average. If I had to give you the average speed of this rhythm, most of the time, people are playing this rhythm at this tempo. So your slap is always playing the downbeat. I mean. So we are going now to try this little exercise. We will use the slap. Everything will be based on the slap. And we will try to add some tone on the right and some ghost notes with the left. So. I told you before that the slap is on the downbeat. But it's not really the strong beat, even if it's on the downbeat. Even if it's you have also to play the. What I'm going. I would like to try to explain you something very important in this rhythm. Is that the tone and the ghost are upbeat, and it's very, very important in this rhythm. The groove is grooving on the upbeat. So the slap is here. But the tone and the ghosts are up, are here. And I think maybe it's more important than the slap. So you really have to pay attention on that. The groove is really here on the up, more than on the downbeat. Even if the whole rhythm is a balance of is a mix, let's say, of the slap, the toe, and the ghost. But the upbeat is very, very important. And I could try to give you an example to really illustrate that. Is that traditionally, when we play this rhythm in small villages, for example, in the mountains, during weddings or harvest or many occasions and celebrations, most of the time you will find two bandir players and one drum player, tbal players. Tbal means drum, the kind of drum that you play standing with a belt and with a stick, with two sticks, one big stick and the second one very thick and very long. And most of the time the drum player is based on the upbeat, on that. So now what I can do, if you want to pay attention on that, and if you can just try to open your ears and try to hear more the upbeat strokes than the slap I'm going to play, and try to feel the groove on the upbeat. I'm going to start with the break, and then I will go straight in the rhythm. For 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to really pay attention on the upbeat and also to imagine the gallop of a horse, and always try to keep the tempo and the speed, and really to hold the music. I can maybe now I think I still have time. I'm just of course checking the time to maybe, yeah. So it's okay. It's okay. We have still have time. I just would like to introduce to one variations that I really love to play, and variations very used. Traditional variation. It's not my variation, of course, but I really in love with this variation. So it's very quite the pattern is not complicated again. We are going to play a couple of cycles, and let's say, I don't know, maybe each 4 cycles or each 8 cycles, we are going to play this small variation. So let me maybe show you before how does it sound. main variation is based on takedaka duf duf, takedaka duf duf, takedaka duf duf, takedaka duf duf. So what we can do is we can try to play 3 cycles of the main rhythm, and then each 3 cycles we can try to introduce and to play the variation. So first, before I have to give you some informations about the variation. So the variation is takedaka duf duf, takedaka dum dum, takedaka duf duf. I can't sing takedaka dum dum because we don't have dum here. We have a bzz. It's not even a bzz, it's a bzz. It's very deep. It's the sounds of the earth or the ground. So again, we are using the same strokes. Slap, so you use the balance and the roll of your thumb. It's not specific the use of the thumb on your right hand. It's not something specific to Algerian bendir or to Qabaili rhythm. It's used also in other frame drums families around the world. So, tagadaga duf duf. So, you have the tone, then you have the ghost, then you have the slap. So, tone, ghost, slap, back to the ghost, and then you have to play 2 tone. So right, left, slap, left, right, left. Taka taka duz. So you start with your right and you finish with the right. Not something very, very complicated. So now if we try to introduce this and to play this variation each 3 cycles, it can sound like that, quite slowly. Very deep sound we have tonight, so it's very nice because the tuning is really perfect. So and sometimes, and a lot of times, we start this rhythm. It's also a kind of variation compositions with this break that we can call break. It sounds like that. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's tagedantan, tagedantan, same strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tegedantan, tegedantan. Tegedan, tegedan, tegedantan. Tegedantan, tegedantan, tegedan, tegedan, tegedantan. Tegedantan, tegedantan, tegedan, tegedan, tegedantan. Tegedantan, tegedantan, tegedan, tegedan, tegedantan. Okay, now we have to add the end of the composition. Tegedantan, tan, tegedantan. Tegedantan, tan, tegedantan. Tegedantan, tan, tegedantan. Tegedantan, tan, tegedantan. The ending, the exit of the break. Bum, 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 bum. So, tegedantan, tegedantan, tegedan, tegedan, tegedantan, tegedantan, tan, tegedantan, bum, 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 ba, bum, bum, tegedatum, tan. And then we start the rhythm. So, again, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the last, not the last, at the end of the break, the three tone, boom, 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 ba, boom, boom, are very important. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then excuse me, and then you play the variation. So now, to finish, I'm going to start with the break, then the main rhythm, and each 3 cycles, each what I call a cycle, of course. I will play the variation. Okay? 1, so have fun. Try to catch your bandir and have fun with me. I really have me now, to be honest. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I really hope that you appreciate this rhythm. So I just try to introduce you to the Qaba-Ili rhythm, 2/4 rhythm, and the basic strokes that we are using. I wanted to share more with you, but of course we don't have enough time to do it, and it takes a lot of time. Maybe we will have another occasion, and I will introduce to the thumb technique. The same rhythms, but with a different kind of technique with the thumb and the slap. So it's kinds of movement like that, also that we use to play this beautiful rhythm. So I really hope that you appreciate. And so thank you. I hope that you appreciate that.
Salim, you can hear the fans.
Yeah.
Thank you for the introduction in the Bendir. So there was one question in our YouTube chat, and the question was if this variation that you played, if this variation was also on your DVD.
The future, you mean?
Sorry, someone, I don't know, they ask about the DVD, so,
DVD with Ezra.
huh?
With Ezra.
Ah, the DVD with Ezra.
Ah, okay. The next one, so I have to. The name of this project is Rhythmology CD. So of course, it's not a DVD; it's a CD.
Oh, okay.
It's the first step, but I think that when we will be done with that, we will, I think, try to make. I don't know if it will be a DVD, but it will be a project around videos to focus more on dance because this first project, Rhythmology CD, is an audio CD. So, but I can tell you now today because I just had the news today that this CD will there will be 75 minutes of rhythms from Morocco, from Algeria, from Tunisia and Libya. So you will be this rhythm is inside of the CD and the variation also.
Ah, great. So I think that was the question. Uh-huh.
And there will be 25 tracks.
25 track. Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, so it was a very difficult, not very difficult, but yeah, a lot of work to do to record. I mean, because I had only 3 days to record 25 tracks. So, but I was very lucky because on my side, I did this recording with Ingo Rau in Freiburg, by the way, at M's Factory Studio. So I was there last week to finish the mastering and the mixing. So if Ingo, if you hear me, I say you hello because we did a very nice work. So I'm very happy, proud about this. I think original project because the rhythms are very versatile. I mean, if you hear the Qabaili rhythm, you will really hear the sound of the Qabaili rhythm with the real instruments, the correct tuning. If you hear the Susi rhythm from Taroudant in Morocco, you will hear really the Susi rhythm. So it was also very important for us, for Isra and me. She's in New York, huh? And we did this project. It was a crowdfunding project. We did it during the lockdown, so it was also a challenge, and we reached our goal. So we are very happy that now we are very close to the end of the making of the project. The last step now is the details on the booklet because inside of the CD there will be a booklet with scores, informations, geographical information, historical information, cultural informations, and also one last thing, which I think is quite interesting, is that we are working on this booklet with a graphic designer, and we are trying to create our own the symbols to illustrate the strokes. So it will be scores plus symbols, also to symbolize your right hand and your left, instead of writing L, R, or these kinds of things. So and we try to use very ancient North African languages, or to use only some very ancient letters that are not used anymore now to symbolize some strokes. So, but again, we are lucky because we are working with this amazing guy. His name is Walid Bouchouchi. He's based in south of France, and he's working hardly on this project with us. So the release will be in 1 month, I think now. So I hope that I will have this CD with me in Tamburi Mundi this year. I hope.
Yes, we also hope. And by the way, we can have just a small video about this project. Yes, we can have a look. Sorry, this was another video, but we will.
Project, yeah.
Yeah.
It's also this project, but
We will first show the other one.
of course.
Cool, cool. Thank you.
It's a medley of this time West Algerian rhythms from the city of Wahran. So completely different rhythms. We will also have those kinds of rhythms in the Rhythmology CD project.
Hmm.
With my great colleague and dancer, activist, also writer Isra Warda from New York. Yeah, and after we plan to make a European tour and maybe North African tour if things are possible, of course.
Of course, yes, yes. But so you already planned, but we will see if it's.
Yeah, it's already planned. We already have some dates planned. It's yeah. So the tour will be based more on workshops, small performances than traditional gigs that we do most of the time. So
Yeah, yeah. By the way, so we are talking about tradition. So you have, do you have an idea about the history of the bendir of the with the snares? So because it's very similar to the military drum. Because we are talking here because it sounds like the military snare drum. So we were talking and thinking, oh, it's like the French are coming or something. It is a strong character. So is it what was the influence from the European military to Algeria, Bendir, or the opposite, the traditional, very ancient instrument? It came the influence to Europe. So I don't know if you have any idea or researches.
I have an idea. I think that the bandir with strings is more ancient and older than the snare drums that we play with sticks. I think because I'm quite sure that this bandir, this kind of bandir is very old. Me, I used to remember. I don't know if I will answer to your question, but I remember my some people in my family, some women. Uh, Not all of them, but I remember especially one of them. Sometimes she used to build very quickly a bandir, a very cheap bandir, and to do that she used to take. I don't have the English words for that. You know, when you want to
Ah, yes.
you have to do that. You know, you have to use this specific tool, and she used to take that to remove the metallic skin that we use to cook and to just try to use the skin of an animal who was just killed. I'm sorry about that. And just to put it on the frame of the tool to cook, and it was very easy to do. So I don't really have the answer if the bendir with strings influenced the snare drum. But what we know is that the drums kit, is a mix of different percussion instruments. So maybe it's the case. Maybe this bendir influenced the snare drum. Maybe.
Yeah, yeah. And so your main instrument, maybe we can say, is darbuka, right? Correct. Yeah. So if you play darbuka, if you play frame drum, so what is the specific feeling you have, or is a connection that you have to the music or to any tradition or from your childhood? Maybe is there something deeper root?
Yeah. My mind is different when I play darbuka, when I play bendir, and it's nice, and I'm happy with that because when I play darbuka, me I prefer to play clay. If we speak about darbuka, I prefer to play clay because my first gift as darbuka was darbuka made of clay by my brother-in-law. So it was my first darbuka. It was made of clay. Of course, I play plastic, but I'm not a huge fan of plastic for many reasons. So when I play darbuka on clays, I'm more focused on compositions, technical things, groove also, but more on technical things and details. I'm very, yeah, so I go deeply in details. which means techniques, fingers, sounds. So it's more complicated, the approach I have when I play darbuka, I think. But what is nice is that when I play bendir, I forgot completely that. It's strange because I have nice fingering, but when I play the bendir, I don't want to use my fingers, and I prefer to play traditional things because I feel them. And so it's really natural, the switch and the way I play. When I play bendir, I really want to play groove rhythms. I love the sound, deep sound, slaps. So sometimes it's nice also because for some compositions, it helps me also to what I try to do sometimes is to really try to build a very nice groove, maybe something very groovy with a lot of colors, with a good balance also in the rhythm, nice sounds, balance, silence also. And then on that, sometimes I try to build, let's say, compositions, more complicated compositions on groove. So I try to find the balance between those two things.
Yeah. So it's a good contrast. So yeah. And now, I mean, we have not so much time to speak, but maybe a last words about your projects, and now we can maybe watch the next video.
Of course, I would be happy. Very meditative. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Hiwar, Trio Hiwar project. Hiwar means conversation with my great friend Rishabh Prasanna on Bansuri from New Delhi, but he's based in France now.
Mhm.
Issa Murad from also from Palestine, oud player, but also based in France. So we have this project. We already have made some nice tours with this project, and we were supposed also to make a nice tour in Middle East, but I think it will be postponed, like maybe October. So we will have the chance to go back to this tour in Saudi Arabia, then Bahrain, and then Abu Dhabi and Dubai. So
Wow.
yeah, I hope we will have the chance to do this tour again. So we are very nice project. And this composition is cool. Is the name of this composition is "You Are Not Alone." It's a composition I wrote, I think, 3 years ago. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's nice project and also an interesting tour, I think.
I think so.
And also, you will not come with this trio to Tamburi Mundi, but you will be here in July, end of July, the 31st of July.
Nice that is even if I come alone, I will present a new drum set. I developed this drum set during the first lockdown. Yeah, so it's a focus on independence things, and everything is based on the traditional Algerian clave, let's say, rhythm in 12, and I try to play improvisations on that clave. So it's more something related to independence. So yeah, we'll be happy to present that for the first time in
Ye-
Tom.
Yes, I think I saw some videos.
Yeah, yeah,
I never. It's something different seeing on video and see live, listen live. And the same evening, by the way, do you know Rani Krija?
yeah.
Is he will also be in the same evening. So,
He will be with us today.
sorry?
He will be with us today.
No, no, not today, but in Freiburg in the same concert.
Ah, great.
Yes, yes. Maybe you can make something together.
I hope.
Yeah, and so you will also present a workshop on 4th of August about Maghreb rhythms.
Yes. So it's nice because I will have the chance to introduce people to. The workshop will be divided in 3 chapters. The first one will focus on Moroccan rhythms and Moroccan bendir because the way it's played is different than Algerian bendir, for example. Second chapter focus on Algerian rhythms and bendir, and the third chapter Tunisian rhythms because in Tunisia they have also amazing Fazani rhythm, which is rhythm shared also by Tunisian and Libyan people also.
Wow, so that sounds really very interesting. So for all people who are really interested in North African Maghreb rhythms, I think you are one of the most you make many researches. So I think this is what is very important because sometimes you listen to this, you hear this, and it's sometimes honestly it's little confusing, and it's good that there is a person who can really explain you the differences, also the styles, and so for all of you, please join Salim, and not only at Tamburi Mundi, of course, also you make other classes and your works and your rhythmology, right? So, and I think Uli wrote already the link to your website and everything. And so we will stay in contact, and I think we will meet at Tamburi Mundi, and
Happy to meet you again there.
yeah,
So really can't wait for that.
yeah. And so Salim, thank you for joining us. And I saw your shirt. I think you are ready for the football match.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm
I think France is playing now, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Against with Switzerland.
Switzerland. Okay. So we will let you and watch the football game and cross fingers for.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Salim, thank you for coming. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye. Nice. Yes, so that was our guest from Strasbourg. Strasbourg is really not very far away from here. We are very, as I said, we are very close to French border. And yes, before we invite our next guest, I will just tell you a little bit about the next edition of Tamburi Mundi. But before, we have a small quiz. So the quiz is called The Hidden Frame Drummers, the Hidden Percussionists. So we will show you one photo, and so you will see 4 hidden frame drummers, right? And so I don't know if we are ready to show you. No, okay. Okay, so so the idea is that you have to guess at least 2 of the hidden frame drummers, right? So you see the photo here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if someone can guess, as I said, 2 of these hidden frame drummers, you will get 1 workshop for free, right, Uli? Yes. And so at Tamburi Mundi Festival. So the first 2 people who write us in the chat the names, and they will get 1 workshop for free. Maybe you join the workshop of Salim, for example, or other workshops. So you can see 4 frame drummers. It's not easy, but maybe you will be successful. Okay. So then okay. Okay, so you will have the chance later to see again the 4 hidden frame drummers. Now we will just make a short presentation of our workshop program. I think we have a small slideshow, right, with all the workshop teachers. Right here is the Tamburi Mundi Festival 2021 online courses. So we will start on 30th of July, and as you can see on our website, you can go there, you will see all the teachers. We will have Glenn Velez with us this year online, and he will make different frame drum classes. And also we have Zohar Fresco from Israel, frame drum intermediate and 1 advanced lesson with his special style, special technique. Also we have Nora Thiele from Germany and Andrea Piccioni, as you can see, frame drum advanced, tamburello intermediate. And also we have Fao Torres, the first time at Tamburi Mundi, so Fao will be also here in our frame drum channel. Also the first time we have Maria Bovin de l'Abbé from Norway. Also the first time a workshop with April Centrone from New York. And Nahme Farahman, she lives in Canada, a beautiful daf player. And also Andrei Tanzu will be this year together with us. And from the States, Malali with frame drum lectures. And maybe you remember Dave Boyd, he was also in Tamburi Monday. He will give different Boran workshops. And Paolo, you remember he was here last week. He will join us with castanets. Ganesh Kumar, he lives in India, master for Kanjira. Also Berkan Çakıcı, this year again, he will join us. He lives in Izmir in Turkey. Matthias Hafner in Germany, in Berlin. He makes workshops with brushes. And the first time, Isabel Martin, she will be in Freiburg, also for a concert, by the way. And Kimia Abani, she will give workshop classes for DAF. And Paolo Rossetti, Muritu, also for frame drums. And Rolf Wagels, frame drum, a Boran player from Germany. The first time he will join us at Tamburi Mundi. Rui Silva, another teacher from Portuguese, and you remember maybe Tuba Gülyeşil, she was also in our channel. She will give us some introduction to Turkish music. And Mağreb Rhythms with Salim Beltitan, you already saw his program, his short introduction. And so, yes, so this is a short overview of the teachers that will join us this year. Still online, on online streaming, online lessons, and also we have concerts. And so Anita Grich with body percussion, and the McCall Trio will also join the festival. Rani Krija, as I told before, he will be here. And Francesco Magaro, he's our artist in residence. By the way, you remember he made the warm-ups here. Also, we have young musicians from the Pop Academy Mannheim and the Jan Trio, and Pere Olive, percussionist from Spain. And this time, the first time, Tamburi Mundi, we are happy with Luca Rossi for Tamora, and so band Delva and Stefan Nölle, they will make a very special evening. And Khairulo Dadaboyev, master for Doira from Tajikistan, so he will join us for the concert. And Isabel Martin and Carlos Ramirez, they will come also to Freiburg for the concert. And there's many other musicians and groups. So these concerts will be streamed, all of them, on our YouTube channel. So just you visit our website. So every evening we have at least one or sometimes even two concerts on stream. Of course, if you want to come to Freiburg to watch the concerts live in the concert hall at the Ewerk Freiburg, of course you are welcome. Okay, so that was many informations in short times. And I don't know if someone also already has the right answer in our quiz. I'm just asking you.
So not two persons, but only one.
Oh.
So shall we give the solution or not?
Yes, we can give the solution. Okay. Yeah, I must say it was not very easy. So you can see the percussionists, the frame drummers. So we can start with Michael Metzler. Maybe you know him. He's a percussionist living in Germany, frame drummer. So he is very famous, especially for ancient music. And yes, he was many times also at Tamburi Mundi. And the next is Sator Fozilov, right? Also a big master from Tajikistan. And the other is Noratile. Yes. think that was not very easy. But I think the other one, that's me, a little bit younger. I don't know why they chosen this young photo, but it's me, and maybe you can see my profile with the nose. So these are the 4 percussionists.
So there is one winner, and the person called SH, but we don't know your name. And this person said it's Murat and Nora.
Wow.
So,
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Wow. Great. So congratulations, and so as we said, you can choose your workshop, whatever you would like to join. Okay, so we can continue our program with our next guest. Maybe we can have a look on the video first. Hello. Yes, let's welcome our guest from Colombia. Yes, I think we have the connection in some seconds. Yes, hello, hello. Nice to see you. We cannot hear you yet. 1 second, yes.
How about now?
Perfect. Perfect.
Okay, that's great. Hello, Murat.
Hello, hello, Fao. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Fine. Can you hear me well, or I can pump up the volume a little, or it's okay?
For me, it's perfect. Nice microphone you have.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Very good. Yeah. Yeah, so nice to meet you and to be here, our guest in our Tamburi Monday channel. And we wanted to talk a little bit with you and to present you your work, and because for me you are a very special personality, let me say. Let me start with this. words. We met once, I think, in Taiwan, right?
Yes.
And I think there is one problem with the microphone.
Okay, I'm gonna check. Can you hear me?
Yes, but there is a sound.
Maybe too much? Maybe now is better?
Yeah, it's better now. Yeah,
Great.
great. Thank you. Yes, so we met in Taiwan, right?
Yeah, I think that was 2018. You were doing a workshop in an university, and we went there with my wife, and we met there. Yeah, for the first time.
Yeah, yeah. And so after this first time meeting, we had contact. I watched some videos. I was, wow, what an interesting person. And the more I get in contact with you, the more we talk, the more interesting it was your work. So. Because on one side you are a musician and you are also make documentaries, right? And you are also teaching, and also you are organizing a percussion festival. So that's a big work. I think everything, but on the other side, everything is connected. So that is very interesting. It's not something that is totally separated. It's really something that is, yes, very fluently influences everything. So maybe we can start with how you came to the music, to the percussion. What was your motivation, or what was your way?
Sure. First of all, thank you very much, Murat, for all these Tamburi Mundi, for all these Tamburi Mondays, for the Frame Drum Academy. I think this is the last one before the festival. And I know everybody has been saying thank you, and I also want to say thank you because not also this is an opportunity for us to learn, but also is an opportunity for a lot of people to meet new musicians that nobody know because they are not famous or because the world is big and we cannot know everybody. So thank you very much for this door that you open for all of us and for these sessions. And about my music studies, let's say I study music, I study composition. I was focused or specialized on electroacoustic music composition. So it is music, classical music, but using electronic devices. Actually, I wanted to study percussion, but I was a little not so interested in playing timbali or marimba or these things that the classical percussionist does. So I chose electroacoustic music, and then I became interested in when I was very young. When I was already, I don't know, 14 years old, I bought my first rock drum, right? My drum set. I brought it from New York. I remember very well by bus, all the boxes to Colombia. That was year 1993, and I was playing in rock bands. So I always was linked with the percussion, and I love drums, any kind of drums and rhythm. But it was really about the year 2003 that I got into rhythm specifically in a rhythmic training that I did, very similar to Taketina, with a teacher here in Colombia called Milena Contreras. And there I start like exploring not just the world of Taketina, but the world of Taketina with African and Indian music. It was very interesting what she did. And I fall in love with that. And since then, I have been working in my compositions based mainly on rhythm and in the power of rhythm and studying rhythm and teaching and about the frame drums. I was living in India around the year 2008, and I was learning tabla, and I had a friend from Spain, and he was also learning tabla. He was my neighbor of the guest house where we stay in India in Varanasi that time, and he was playing daf, and I was like, what is that? And I love tabla, and I came to India to study tabla, but that instrument, I like it better. I don't know why. And he didn't know too much how to play, just a simple boom, to boom, to boom, to boom, to boom. But that was enough to make an Indian party. So since then, I started searching and learning about frame drums. Then I went to Iran to study DAF. And then I study with Glenn Velez frame drums. Also Bendir in Turkey a little. I study also Darbuka in Turkey with Misli Ahmed, and so on. And I just fall in love in this world. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, also the first video that we saw was the DAF, two DAF, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We love it. Actually, I remember very well how I fall in love with DAF, and was in Armenia, the country. Most of the Iranian people, they cannot like play parties in Iran because it's Iran, right? So they just cross the border to Armenia, and they do amazing parties in Armenia just with DAFs. That's it. Like 3 or 4 DAF players and singing and dancing. Probably is part like kind of a ceremony, Muslim ceremony. I don't know, but that was amazing. So with my wife, always we want to do not something similar, but to do a kind of a celebration with DAFs.
Yeah, and that was you use a lot of choreography also in your playing. So it's not only music; it's really you are with the whole body. You are in the music. I also when you play other things, it's something very specific and very unique that you are doing. Also, the
Yeah,
interaction that you have.
yeah, that comes from the teacher I told you, Milena Contreras, because when we were learning this kind of rhythmology or taketina kind of thing, we use a lot the food for everything for to learn the rhythms, right? And and also that's why I was very connected with what Glenn Velez did, because he was also using not just the syllables but also sometimes the rhythm with the food. And my wife also, she also comes from dance, so for her rhythm and all this kind of in music is movement of the body. So yes, we focus a lot on the body, the understanding of the rhythm through the body, not only through the mind or reading a score, not only through the technique of a percussion instrument, but through the knowledge of the body. And I don't know, but I know this very well because I'm from Colombia, and here we dance. Here something natural is to dance, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's in our body. So I think it's very important for someone who is learning that let the body learn the rhythm. So this is why we use a lot also the movement of our bodies. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's also possible using the drum in the upright position, holding the drum in the hand. And so in Colombia, I was never there, you know, it's so far away from here. And and I know you are traveling a lot in the world. I only travel for certain concerts, but I think you have a different approach. You are really staying there. As you said, you work with the people and your documentary films. I think Uli will put some links in the YouTube channel because we cannot watch everything here. We use the time for talking, but for sure you can use the links and you can watch later, for example. And but I know that you are traveling a lot and you discovered many things, I think, and I realize that you are really able to bring things together, combine things, and do something very new, something that is maybe has ancient roots, but it's something on the other side very new. How is this in Colombia? As I said, I was never there. I cannot imagine how the music life is there or the music scene, or for example, is there a community if you perform there for frame drums, or is it a very small community, or is there a development? Maybe you can explain a little bit about this.
Yeah, sure. First of all, it's a funny story. I was, after my university and working here in Colombia for a while, I wanted to do a master in sonology in Holland. And I did everything to go there and to study sonology. But when I was making the line for the visa, for the student visa, I said, why I want to go to Europe to do what? More theory, more academic stuff. I don't need that. What I really want in my life is to go to Japan. I was in love with Japanese things. I studied Buto and a lot of Japanese, including Japanese ancient music like Gagaku. And I just want to go to Japan. And I just want to become a samurai and play ancient music. And that's what happened. I stopped my career, music career, and my masters in Europe, and I just bought a ticket to Japan. And there I start studying shamisen and nagauta, the ancient, not ancient, folkloric Japanese music. And I realized that what I wanted in my life was to travel to many countries, not so many at that time, I didn't know what was many, but to travel to some countries that I was interested in and to study their traditional music, sometimes traditional, sometimes classical, sometimes folkloric or even popular music. More as a vision of as a composer, because I don't want to be a performer of one instrument, right? I have many instruments, as you can see, but I use them for the compositions. That's what I did. So I traveled to many places, not because really I was rich or something like that. Actually, I had to work. I was a Spanish teacher everywhere I went, but more because I wanted to study a lot of traditional musics and make my compositions richer. Then 3 or 4 years ago, we decided with my wife, that is from Taiwan, Alicia, she's gonna come very soon to say hello. We decided to come to Colombia because we were doing some interesting things in Taiwan um, with music, but I thought Latin America, South America, and specifically Colombia needs something new, needs people who can work, who can organize things. And I thought, okay, I think I can do it. I don't know, I'm gonna try. So I told my wife, let's go back to South America. Let's travel first a little, and let's try to make some things. And when we came here, yes, we discover very interesting musicians here, Colombia and South America. There are many great musicians. Um, but everybody's doing like their own thing. And of course, this is not popular music, so they are not famous. This is not something popular. It's not so supported by the government. So this is when we decided to create a festival here that is called Ritmos del Mundo. And it's not a festival about percussion or just rhythm. It's called Rhythms of the World, but it's about rhythms of the world, many kind of rhythms of the world, traditional music, but not necessarily traditional, also avant-garde or contemporary approach of traditional musics, including electronics, also things like that. And we are doing it by ourselves. I found a great team to work, and this is going to be our third year of the festival. And also, we open a rhythm circle to practice rhythm. All these things that I learned, that I told you many years ago, plus the things that I learned with Glenn Velez, plus the things that I have been learning with you that are great, amazing. I need to tell everybody, the class with Murat in the academy is amazing. And plus all the knowledge about rhythm, and also I do Tai Chi. So this breathing, movement, playing, transforming the energy into a sound, it makes the class. So this is what we call the rhythm of life. That's what we call it in Spanish, ritmo de la vida, rhythm of life. And we open it here, open to everybody who want to study, and we are doing it every week.
Yes, maybe we can just watch one video. Yes, I think we prepared some videos here, and in between we can watch and you can talk a little bit afterwards. Oh, so nice. Wow, beautiful.
That was
Great
fun.
great composition, great performance. Very nice.
Yeah, that we did with Alicia, with my wife. It's great when you have a partner at home and you can make things. You know, Murad, because you can do things with your sons, and that's amazing that you can do in your family rhythm, and is healthy, is powerful. Um, is something that, yeah, I know not everybody has the opportunity to have someone to practice or to compose with. But we are very lucky. We work together and we work on this small piece just a few months ago, and we did the video and everything. And yeah, it's fun.
Nice. And what was the meaning of the signs that we saw?
What the meaning of the what? The science?
Yeah, of the letters, you know.
Ah, okay, okay, okay. Yes, it's a game. It's a game of sounds. So we have two sounds. Takata 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 tan ta ta takata 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 tan ta ta. So we need to choose two sounds, and we wanted to do it in Chinese. So the two sounds are me me. Also, mi is a musical sound because do re mi, right? And this mi means mysterious in Chinese, and the two mi's means a secret.
Oh, wow.
So the whole song is changing. In Chinese, is very interesting because you have two letters, right? Two syllables, mi mi. But then you change the second one, mi Juan, and then it means fantastic or something different. And then you change to another one, and it means labyrinth, for example. So it's a game of changing, always having a me and changing the meaning of the words.
Yeah.
That's a game of sounds. Yeah.
Yeah, that gives a lot of musical inspiration for composing music.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Right, right. And again, maybe again in Colombia. So we can talk maybe about the ritmo de la vida, about this um, concept maybe, or how can you say, a concept of teaching, or it's more just only teaching. I think it's something that you are inside of a group. It's a process, I think.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can talk a little bit about this concept if you want.
Yeah, sure. Is what I was talking before. We came back to Colombia. We decided to open a circle of rhythm, and in the circle of rhythm, I combine many aspects of life that I am interested in. One is this, that I'm also teaching Tai Chi here in Colombia, and one is this, the movement of the energy through our body, through the earth and this, the sky and the human body, the movement of this energy. This is one concept. The next concept is how do you apply this movement to any instrument you have, or even just rhythmic, right? And the third one is using your voice. And the fourth one is using also your own body, a little like body percussion, not necessarily focus on making music in the body, but using your body to understand the rhythm. So we have interesting things, like for example, probably you have heard about the acupuncture tapping, right? We found in Chinese medicine acupuncture points, and then we start to tap in order to um, open these points and to bring health. Now we can make games now and make a 5 tapping here and a 7 tapping here, and if you combine, then you start to do rhythm, right? Meanwhile, you are practicing with your body, and your body is understanding in a deep level, like this kind of acupuncture. The same happens with the breathing. So I not just teach how to play the drum like a technique, but also how to bring the breathing and the chi toward the drum to make a powerful attack or a soft one, right? Through your intention of your body. And that's it. That's why it's called also the rhythm of life, el ritmo de la vida, because it's not just let's become very good on rhythm or let's become very technical in our instrument, but it's also let's incorporate the rhythm in our daily life. For sure, I'm not the first one who is doing this. Glenn Beres always talk about this. You also talk about this, right? The rhythm when you cook, the rhythm when you talk, the rhythm when you do exercise, all these rhythms.
Yes, yes, but it's important, I think, your work and to these aspects are if you talk about these aspects, it's like very naturally. But I think it's important that people should be conscious about certain moments, or as you said, this acupuncture points and everything. Maybe we can see one more video now. Yeah.
酒狂
Sorry, that was the next video, but okay.
Y de la estructura es súper importante. El caos es hermoso. Para aprender. Siempre cuando hablemos, seamos conscientes del ritmo de nuestras palabras. Siempre que actuemos, seamos conscientes del ritmo de nuestras acciones. Cambia todo lo que hacemos. Y hablen con su instrumento.
Okay. So the video is longer, so everyone who would like to watch the whole video, Uli will put the link in the chat. So
That was the first time, Murad, that we did that. The first festival, the first Rhythm of Life we did, and yeah.
So my Uli, she just explained some, because it was in Spanish. She just explained what was written inside, so that you have different rhythms of the language, rhythms of the word, and so you have different sections, right?
Yeah, we talk about the rhythm not just as an aspect of mind and learn complex rhythms in order to make great performances or something like that, but also, for example, the rhythm that we use with the words when we want to say something. For example, if you want to tell someone important something important, then you go with another rhythm of speaking, very clear, vocalize, and go to the point, right? So you use rhythm for those kind of things. Also, in that workshop, we talk about before play your drum, which is amazing to play drums, and we are child and we do ba 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 ba. But before that, listen to your drum and try to find what the drum want to express. And the beautiful thing in life when you're a musician is when you combine your intention with the intention of this spirit, because this is a spirit and you know it very well. This wood and this instrument, it has a spirit that sings. So that is when it's beautiful, when you make that spirit sing and make music, not just your mental intention of being good or whatever. So this is what we also work in the workshop.
Yeah, yeah. Very nice, very nice. And so one thing maybe in Colombia, do you have any frame drum tradition?
Nope, there is no frame drum tradition here. We have what we call the pandereta, that it comes from Spain, that is a little similar to the pandeiro in Brazil. They just use it for the popular music, Spanish folklore music. But we don't have here this tradition. We have a very small drums, shamanic drums, that we use very simple, but they are not really frame drums. They are used like this, right? Just right like a ceremony drum, shamanic drum. But we do not have frame drum tradition here.
Yeah, and just for me, interesting. Do you combine, for example, traditions from Colombia or traditional music from Colombia with frame drums, or is this not so interesting for you?
Yeah, in my case, I am interested in music, right? In the magic of music. If it's Armenian, Colombian, Uzbekistan, Japanese, well, it's a matter of names and regions and nationalities, right? But I'm interested in the fact of music and where rhythm is powerful. We do have a group where we not focus, but let's say work a little more on Colombian traditions. That is called La Cumbia del Sol, and we work a little more on those rhythms. But yes, to be honest, I'm interested in the world of rhythms that is amazing, the whole world, not just in traditions.
Yeah, so for that reason, this is the connection to maybe the festival Ritmos del Mundo. Maybe now we can talk a little bit about this festival, how maybe people can join the festival, because I think you are also have an online festival, or
Yeah, well, our first year was 2019. We want to do that I'm telling you, to bring music from all the planet to Colombia. Not just bring great classical or traditional musicians, but also the people here who are playing, for example, handpan, or I don't know, or frame drums, or didgeridoo, or sitar, any kind of drum. We have last year, for example, a lot of a workshop of makams, Turkish makams and Greek makams, and focus on the oud and also on the ney and also on the bendir. He showed us some rhythms. So this is what we wanted to do, to bring a festival of music, to learn about music from all over the planet. It doesn't matter if it's really traditional, classic, or if it's modern, a new approach is also welcome. And last year, you know what happened, so we cannot do live concerts, things like that. So we're gonna have it online. And people say like, man, but nobody watch a concert online. I mean, like this is right, or nobody's gonna pay for a festival if it's online. And we were thinking about how to do it, but at the end we managed to have like about 15 workshops. And for us, for this festival and for Colombia, it's very difficult to bring a musician, right? If we want to bring Murat to Colombia, for us just to think about paying the airplane and then hotel and then paying Murat for the workshop, this is a lot of money because you have to think that the money exchange. I mean, with €1, you don't do anything in Europe, but probably with €1 here you can eat, right? So things like that. So for us to pay that and bring an international musician is very difficult. But if it's online, then right, if the musician is in anywhere in the world, in Philippines, we have in Philippines, in Tuba, in Mexico, so you can connect and that's it, and still you can give them a little of money. Of course, not too much because this is a third world country, but still we can have that festival. So last year we did it online and was really amazing. We had musicians from almost 10 or 12 countries, and most of them speak in Spanish. But the ones that cannot speak Spanish, we announced that this workshop is going to be in English, right? We had two workshops in English and one in Portuguese. And so the people is prepared, and only the ones who know the language will come. This year we probably gonna have the two. Let's see what happened. But probably we're gonna have the two modes of festival, right? The online festival for all over the world, and live festival. Probably with 20 or 30 people. We don't know if it's the law. It's every November, December. So we hope that for November, December we can have at least a small show of 20 or 30 people here in Colombia, and that we can bring amazing musicians and just share with Colombia and with all the world the great music we are doing.
Yeah, so it's a very important work that you are doing, Val, really, and bringing these ideas together, opening the world, and also for Colombia, it's, I think, a very important work that you are doing, and not only for percussion in general, for music. And thank you for all this work that you are doing. I know it's a hard work, traveling and making the concept, organizing everything, and at the same time, your music is really very unique. It's because I can also, if I listen to other things, I can always hear that you are a composer, you know. So the idea is has nothing to do with like okay, we play a groove, we play traditional things. No, it's really there is always an idea when you play something, and I can hear it every time. So I wish you good luck for all the work for the future, and I'm sure it will grow more and more. And if you want, you can play something for us. Just if you are prepared, I mean, technically or whatever. If not, no problem.
Okay, yeah, I wanted to say thank you very much for those words, because yes, I love composition, and um, really attract me a lot. The whole universe of music, of sounds, of instruments, to compose music and to express not just me, but my wife or the group we are playing. And in Colombia here and in Latin America, we have a lot of very good music that I also would like that everybody that is watching this, explore, because we have this connection with Europe, maybe United States, sometimes some countries like maybe Japan or maybe Israel or something like that. but nobody knows too much about here, South America, and we have a lot of great people doing amazing music. So sometimes, someday I would like to recommend some music. And yeah, I would like to play a little, but I don't know how it's gonna sound. Also, I want to tell you that probably you prepare a video for Guchin or other instruments. I do play other instruments. I like to play completely different worlds. Like this frame drum is going to be one, but Guchin or handpan is going to be another world. So maybe later we listen something like that and you enjoy. What I want to say is that I'm not a professional of frame drum, that I'm really a composer and I use frame drum to compose and to express rhythm, basically. How does it sound?
I think nice.
Just a little.
Thank you. Yeah, and you mentioned the other instrument, right?
Yeah.
And we prepared the video, and we can watch the video.
Yeah, just a little thing about that. That instrument that you're gonna listen is not for performance. I have been playing that instrument for 12, 13 years, and it's my every morning music healing breakfast. So I sit down and just play this instrument without trying to perform to somebody or playing beautifully. And these videos is just a playlist that I have been doing, like a homework for myself, uh, explaining in Spanish what is the deepness of Chinese ancient music, because I want people here from the Spanish-speaking world to learn about this music.
酒光。
Thank you, Frau.
Thank you very much, Murad. Yeah, so that is music, not let's say not for performance or for very small performance. Usually in Taiwan, when we study, we play for I don't know the family or five people, something very calm with a tea, watching the moon or things like that. So it's not really concert music, let's say like that, in our Western approach.
Yes, yes. I think this is very important to have something very intimate for yourself. That is not for performance, as you said. I think this is, and everyone should find something for, as you said, a breakfast or whatever, something for meditation or just relaxing or whatever.
Yeah, completely. Music is healing. Music heal us. So yeah, we should all, have that approach to music also to make us rich and happy and also full of energy because music is energy. So this is what we cannot even we cannot waste 10 minutes of exercise, right? If you're gonna do an exercise in the frame drum, is not ta 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 ta. Is a is make those 10 minutes the most powerful and magic of the world because they are unique and you can use that power of the music to heal yourself.
Yes. So thank you for thank you a lot, and I don't know if Alicia will come.
Of course, you will come. Come, please, Alicia. She needs to say hello because she's the superstar here and she's everything is because of her. Come, come, come.
Hi Alicia, how are you?
Murat,
How are you? He's asking you, how are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
Thank you. Also, we are fine. We are here, and so we listen to the music. Also, we listen to you, right? Your duo, and wish you. And I see that that's amazing how you are playing together. It's growing a lot, and I'm very happy to see this. And I wish you good luck for the future also,
Thank you so
for
much, Murat.
for your creativity and for the musical beauty. Thank you a lot.
Thank you and
And
thank
I
you.
hope one day we can see each other, maybe here or maybe in Colombia,
For sure, for sure.
for sure. Thank you. Okay, Paul. So we will see at Tamburi Mundi and workshop, and also we will meet us. I'm sure we will stay in contact, and maybe you have other ideas, and we can develop something together for the future.
Of course, everybody is welcome for this Tambori Moon. It's gonna be great. You were just talking about it, and the artists are amazing this year. Not because of me, because of the
Also
whole.
because of you.
It's gonna be amazing for sure. We're gonna be connected all the time, and also I want to tell everybody if someone is interested in the future to participate in our festival, please let us know. You are everybody welcome to our festival and to grow together or to do things together between festivals or between the musicians, projects. We are open here to be the bridge of connection between musicians and projects.
Yeah, I think Uli wrote the website of the festival also.
Great.
Okay. So from here, big greetings, big hugs, and we say bye bye. And also to our guests and YouTube, thank you for joining and have a beautiful summer and beautiful days. Bye bye.
Beautiful summer.
Bye bye.